Are you thinking about selling your home? Well, if you have, you've probably considered selling it without a real estate agent. But is this a good idea? Well, in this video, I'll share with you the pros and the cons of selling your home without a real estate agent. Hi, my name is Casey and I'm a local realtor here in Corona. And every week I share a new video with information and tips about the local housing market. And if you find these videos helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and the subscribe buttons below. Okay, so let's take a look at selling your home without a real estate agent. And let's start with the advantages. And this one is pretty obvious. You won't have to pay a commission. Now, if you sell your home without an agent, you won't have to pay a real estate commission. And when you break down the cost of selling a home, commissions are typically the largest expense a seller has to pay. And when I talk with homeowners, this really is the #1 reason why people consider this option. And I get it. Who wouldn't want to keep more money in their pocket? Now, another advantage is the fact that you have complete control over the entire process. If you sell without an agent, you get to decide everything. Things like the asking price, when buyers can come and view your home, and how you're going to market your property. Everything will be your responsibility, and some people really like having control over the process. But before you make the decision to sell your home on your own, there are a few things to consider. And as much as we all love to save money, selling a home isn't as simple as it may seem. First, let's talk about marketing. In today's real estate world, the way we market and advertise a home has changed dramatically. You used to be able to simply put a sign out in front of your home, hold an open house, and buyers looking for a home in a specific neighborhood would drive around on the weekends and look at homes. But this just isn't how people search for homes today. Now people search for homes online. So you simply have to market and advertise your home online. But what does this really mean? Well, first you have to have great photos of your home. But buyers today expect more. They want to see videos of your home too. They also want to see images shot from above from a drone, and they want to see what's nearby. Things like restaurants, shopping, parks, and schools. And they want to see all of this before they decide if they want to come out and see your home in person. And even if you're able to do this, where do you post this information? What are the best websites? The reality is you need to post it everywhere. You want buyers to see your home wherever they're searching. And of course, you want to be on all the big sites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Redfin, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. But there are so many more sites out there. And there are ways to syndicate this information out to hundreds of websites across the internet, which is great. It allows you to advertise your home to people not only in your neighborhood, in your city, but it also lets you show your home to buyers across the state, across the country, and even buyers from other countries. And this really is the power of online marketing. But the question is, if you sell your home on your own, are you going to be able to do this? Do you have the expertise and the skills? And next are showings. If you hire an agent, they're responsible to show your home. And this can be at open houses or individual showings. And the truth is, most buyers would rather view a home without the homeowner being there. And I recommend this too. It really is better to leave when someone is going to view your home. But if you don't have an agent, how do you do this? You don't want to simply just leave a key under the doormat. Real estate agents have a system in place to control and monitor who comes into your home. These electronic lockboxes keep track of exactly who comes into your home and can be programmed to allow access only at specific times. This keeps people from opening the lockbox and enter your home unexpectedly. There's nothing worse than being in bed or in the shower and hearing someone coming through your front door. Plus, it gives us a level of accountability. Let's say that something is accidentally broken, or even worse, something is stolen during a showing. Now, as an agent, I know exactly who the last person was that opened the lockbox and entered your home. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but it can sure help resolve an issue if it does. Another thing to consider is the paperwork. When you sell a home here in California, there's a ton of paperwork involved. And if you sell your home on your own, this becomes your responsibility. And there are a lot of legal aspects to consider too, but most of this paperwork is designed to protect you as a homeowner if something goes wrong during the sale. So you really want to get this step done right. Real estate agents pay to have access to these forms and documents. Plus, they receive training on how to fill out these forms and which ones are actually required. And again, these forms are really important. And don't forget about negotiating. Without an agent, you'll be the one to negotiate with potential buyers. And if you're not familiar with negotiating, it's easy to get taken advantage of. And in the end, this can cost you thousands of dollars. Most agents have experience negotiating and can help make sure you're getting the best deal possible. And they can help resolve issues too, including things like price and terms of the sale, repair requests by the buyer, and what items are included in the sale. And finally, let's talk about scheduling. When you sell a home, there really are a lot of moving parts. And if you decide not to use an agent, all of this falls on your shoulders. And you're probably saying, well, how bad could it be? Well, honestly, it can get pretty overwhelming. So here's a quick rundown on what has to get done. You need to get your home ready to sell, select a price, market and advertise your home, arrange and manage showings, review and negotiate offers, and once you select an offer, you have to open escrow. Then you have to order the title insurance and a natural hazard disclosure report. Then you'll need to arrange for a home inspection and an appraisal. You'll also have to prepare disclosures and documents, get them signed, and some will need to be notarized. And you'll also have to negotiate repairs, make sure the appraisal came in high enough, and if it didn't, negotiate with the seller. You also have to keep in touch with the buyer's lender to make sure that the loan's okay. And when you get towards the end, you have to schedule a final walkthrough, make sure everything is packed up and moved out, the home is clean and ready to turn over to the new buyer. You also need to make sure that all of the paperwork has been recorded with the county assessor's office before handing over the keys. Now, I'm sure I forgot a few things, but you get the point. There's a lot going on in a very short period of time. A typical escrow takes just 30 days. And even for a real estate agent, it can get overwhelming. And most experienced real estate agents actually utilize the service of a transaction coordinator to help keep the progress on track. So before you decide to sell your home without an agent, you'll want to consider these things because selling a home really can be stressful and time consuming. But hiring an agent will help take some of this burden off of your shoulders, and it'll allow you to focus on other issues like packing and moving to your new home. But if you feel confident and you have the necessary skills and you're up for a challenge, you can definitely save money by selling your home on your own. Now, thanks again for watching. If you found this information helpful, make sure you subscribe to our channel to see more information about senior living and our 55 and older communities here in Corona.